Welcome back to the PWC YouTube channel for the coach reveals of Season 13 of the PWC. Before we go into reveals, I want to thank every single person who applied. We've gotten a total of 214 applications this season, which is by far the most we've ever gotten for any season of the PWC. The huge amount of applications this season mean that we are going to add yet another Showdown divisions. We've had 6 Showdown divisions last season. We're going to be adding a 7th one to that this season. 5 of them are going to be tiered divisions, and 2 of them are going to be newcomer divisions like we had them last season. Then we're going to add VGC as a playable format for the first time ever. We are going to have 2 divisions of VGC due to the huge amount of interest for this format. And then we are going to have our trusty Wi-Fi division to round it off, giving us a total of 10 divisions this season. If you can do the math on this, then you will notice that 10 divisions still mean that we are going to have to reject a lot of coaches, unfortunately. A lot of the rejected coaches are going to be newcomer coaches to the PWC, and please know that a rejection is nothing personal. We made these decisions on very limited information, but we still did our very best to select applications for newcomers that showed a lot of enthusiasm and activity on the server or posted very good replays with their application. So yeah, we really did our best to select the best coaches, and hope we made a good choice with those who we did end up selecting. And yeah, please don't take it personal if you did not get a spot this time. So yeah, you can see the divisions that we're going to have on the screen. I'm not going to go into every single one of them in the effort of saving some time here. Instead, we're going to be going straight into the Showdown division reveals, which we're going to be starting off with. Then we're going to go into Wi-Fi after that and close it off with the VGC reveals. So please have fun with our Showdown Division 1 reveals, which are going to be narrated this year by our own Mr. Grimes. Please, Mr. Grimes, take it away with the Genesis Division reveals.
Alright, take 2. Hi, Mr. Grimes, PWC admin here. I just want to say welcome to the reveals for the top division of the PWC Season 13. The top division this season is known as the Genesis Division, based on the new Signature Z move, Genesis Supernova. We have a lot of reveals to get through, so let's get straight into the reveals, shall we? Coach number 1 is a guaranteed shoe-in for the top division. It is Camel Convention. Camel is the father of Wiglet and has won numerous seasons of the PWC in the past. Camel is in charge of also running the off-seasons in the PWC. I could go on and on about Camel and his accomplishments, but we have a lot of reveals to get through. Coach number 2 is the PWC's very own Caracasa. Known primarily for his love of Gibble, Caracasa has been a top division stable within the PWC for some time now. Caracasa has been known to be a menace in other draft leagues, but it has not yet been specified of if he has won a PWC title. Coach number 3 is Leonard. Leonard is another recognizable face from the PWC, as it is none other than Trinell himself pretending to be somebody else. Leonard has won 2 PWC championships and is hoping to get his 3rd. His participation has dipped recently, as he has been trying to run for German office, but decided that the PWC dub was just more important.
Hear the legends of the Kung Fu Panda. Raised in a noodle shop, never seeking glory or fame. He climbed the mountaintop and earned the dragon warrior name. Kung Fu Panda. Master Shifu saw the warrior blossom and master the skills of audacious and awesome. Kung Fu Panda. Sweet.
Coach number 5 is Lonely Litten. Hailing originally from the CDC, Litten has quickly become a recognizable face within the top division of the PWC. Litten hosts a rare defensive playstyle. Litten looks to pick up some steam after a not as successful second season when compared to his first. We wish him the best of luck. Alright now, number 6 is Gert Bilbo. Gert has had a spontaneous appearances in the PWC for some time now. Out of the 4 seasons he did, he made semifinals in 3 of them and made it 2 finals against Camel Convention in Season 11. Curious to see where he goes in Season 13. Trainer Nummer 10 ist der allseits bekannt Coach Leighton. Leighton Johan letzte Saison de Zuid-Liga und möchte sehen, trom vom aufstieg in de Oberliga verwerken. Ist außerdem Leiter der PWC Gym Challenge und Leiter von Mario Kart auf dem Server. Außerdem ist Germans Lieblingskind. Coach number 8 is Nightdazer, the winner of a PAL division from last season with Signature Pikachu. Nightdazer looks to test himself outside of PWC development. His hobbies include long walks on the beach, jogging, and tracking down those who snipe him in off-season drafts, taking them from their homes, and slowly torturing them before making leather out of their skin. Coach number 9 is a returning Gaillardia. Gaillardia is best known for winning Division 1 in his second season. Recently, has taken a break from Pokemon, but is sure to be a threat now that he has returned. Coach number 10 is at Drightwake. For this coach, I have decided to ask some of his friends around the server what they think about Drightwake. At Saint70 says, at Drightwake. At Starness says, at Drightwake. At Mr. Grimes says, at Drightwake. At Camel Convention says, at Drightwake. At Golden Mazda says, at Drightwake. At Drightwake says, at Drightwake. At The Starving Pig says, at Drightwake. At Major Comeback says, at Drightwake. Coach number 11 is DDQyad, hailing from the Ultra Recon Singles Draft League. DDQyad has always been a major threat in those servers. He has yet to win his championship here, but it's only a matter of time until he has his breakout run and captures the gold he has earned. Coach number 12 is Zeb Strike'em Zeb is a mod in one of the biggest draft leagues in the world representing the Coliseum. This coach has hold an impressive 7-1 win-loss record against one of the server's greatest powerhouses, Polito Shark. However, the competition is fierce. We shall see how he fares. Coach number 13 is an interesting case of Viaz. Viaz went undefeated in Azure Division, a PAL division from last season, before losing in round 1 of playoffs. He then went on to go to the finals of off-season 13, so the mods expect some sort of faulty plot armor here. Coach 14 is Blitzkrieg 639. This coach has been playing draft for 6 years and won top division in BDL in its most recent season. I've been asked to describe Blitzkrieg 639 as, quote, blue blood draft elite this guy, end quote, but I have no idea what that means, so I won't. Coach 15 is Renolin. Not much information was provided for this coach other than the mods were very impressed with his replays. Since little information was provided for this coach, I DM'd him and asked him to tell me about himself. He sent me this audio.
My name is Walter Hartwell White. I live at 308 Negra Arroyo Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87104. This is my confession. If you're watching this tape, I'm probably dead. Murdered by my brother-in-law, Hank Schrader. Hank has been building a meth empire for over a year now and using me as his chemist.
Our 16th coach, rounding out our coaches for top division, is Friedel for Wii U. Much like our previously revealed coach, not much information has been offered for this coach, other than Trenell thinks he provided, quote, the single best replay that he has ever seen, and I am to share this message from Trenell himself. Dear Friedel for Wii U, hey baby, how you doing? Couldn't help but notice your giant replay from across the server. I have to admit, I don't often do this. I mean, going up to somebody who just joined my server and talking about his great replay? Who does that? Anyway, what I wanted to come over here and say is how about you and me together, then you can, on my, until we both, something fierce with a tornado, octopus fueled with nothing but lust and adrenaline, and then if you're down, maybe coffee. Please let me know. XOXO, Trenell. That will wrap up the reveals for Genesis Division. May you all have incredible luck and may the best trainer win. I will now throw it over to Camel Convention to reveal our second division of coaches. Once again, Mr. Grimes, PWC admin.
Hello everyone, Camel here, and I will now reveal the coaches for Division 2, also known as the Moonsalt Division. So first up, we have Starvin' Pig, finally dropping to Division 2 after, what happened Division 1 last season. As many people already know, he is a math major, he is a furry, and real math heads know correlation equals causation. And he will either be the favorite or least favorite to win, depending on if he drafts a weird year again for the 200th time. And real math has no, that's a big number. Next up, we have S. He joined the army after learning the Pythagorean theorem in PWC off-season general channel. Unfortunately, he is going to die in a war in Germany as an IT guy. The server will not be the same without him. Next up, we have It's Hydra. He was one of the favorites to win Azure Division last season before losing to the one and only Dwight Wake in semifinals. He did pick the giraffe, so he is at least at the very least less delusional than the two previously revealed coaches in the division. Next up, we have Benja Boy, another Azure Div semifinalist, losing to Night Deezer on the other side of the bracket. If I were Tranel, I would make a reference to how he is from Holland, but since I'm not Tranel, I'm going to make the exact same reference. Next up, we have Major Comeback, who constantly asks for bottom division, will not get it. That is Ronan Sting's thing, and he's not even in this division this time. But yeah, he won Gracidia last division, so he ends up here, whether he likes it or not. Next, we have Yasha Indigo, a Division 2 staple. But he needs to rename to Yasha Moonsalt to keep the gimmick going. Next up, we have Shoot Drip. He went from being the second biggest Smurf in Johto League to going 4-4 in Division 1 and barely missing playoffs, to going 4-4 again in Division 2 last season and making playoffs this time. Maybe he won't go 4-4 again, but it would be pretty funny. Next, we have Ty the Guy. The one to finally break the ETA curse by winning Division 3 last season. He also beat Blunder on ladder, so he might just be the GOAT, who knows. Next we have Tomi, who lost to Major Comeback in Gracidia finals, but was still crowned Spaniard Supreme after Hippimochi lost in semis, despite not actually being a Spaniard. But Mazda is considered pilot despite being from Division 4, so I guess the Spaniard squad can afford to be flexible too. Next up, we have Hippimochi himself, results-wise the best actual Spaniard in the league. Also, in my opinion, he had the best draft in the Gracidia division, so I guess we will see if he is able to cook again this season. Next, we have Gamer Not Found, one of two newcomers to Division 2 last season, not counting NBA. He had another 4-4 moment in regular season, but he did make it to semifinals before losing to Leighton's Miracle Run. Next up, we have Riptide, who kind of smurfed in Division 3 last season because he applied at the very end and there wasn't any space left. But he got taken out in his first playoffs game by Savage Raccoon thanks to Whiscash Hazard Stack. So everybody invest in Whiscash now. Next up, we have Gotti, another repeat Division 2 guy, also another 4-4 guy, except he didn't make a deep playoffs run. He did John the off-season, but surely he was just conserving his power to win main season this time. Next we have the Scary Smoliv, who is supposedly a Mario Kart GOAT. If this division were Mario Kart, he would win the division. Unfortunately, it is not Mario Kart, but he is still a strong contender to win the division. He always has a strong regular season, he just needs to break the playoffs curse. Next we have Royce Snover, the only NBA goon in Division 2 this time. He went 4-4 in Azure before losing to Night Teaser in playoffs. He kind of got scammed by Freeze allowing Pikachu to clean, but you have to expect these things when you're playing against the Hacks Lord himself. Speaking of hacks, next we have Shadow for our 16th coach in the division. His Dire Claw scam was one of the highlights of Azure Division. He got second seed there before losing to It's Hydra in playoffs. He's also one of my teammates in the DDL, which we are about to win this week. So that concludes the reveals for the Moonsalt division, and I will throw it over to Nahaima himself, NBA reference to reveal Division 3.
Thank you, Camel. Now, we are on to the Sky Strike Division. My name's Nahaima. I will be your host for the division, and welcome to Sky Strike. First up, we have Lilia, the Empress of Spain herself, who has risen to admin status in record time. She struggled a bit in her first season here in PWC, but has since shown good growth in appearances outside, like in the NBA Truant Division, where she's currently tearing it up. So we'll see how she does on her second run. Second, we have another member of last season's Spanish Inquisition, as well as a first-timer in the NBA, also doing pretty well in a playoff position over there in the Swarm Division. He didn't quite make playoffs in his first run here, and he has an unfortunate tendency of punching the wall after missing Stone Edge, which is becoming a health concern. We do not recommend Lycanroc Signature. Welcome back to Pabby. Thirdly, this player has been a mainstay for the league for years, who is oscillating between the middle divisions. He's been a champ in Division 3 before and also won an off-season. He either does amazingly or terribly, and there's really no telling what it'll be before the season, so we're excited to find out. Welcome to Scary Monsters Over Heaven. Up next, we have another mainstay who's been playing here since Season 5, and is probably the single coach who's played the most seasons in Division 3. He won his debut season and has been chasing that high ever since. In recent years, he has been the most consistent coach who has finished in the quarterfinals 4 times in a row. Welcome back to Jactus. One of the most significant personalities in the server, he was the first coach to ever make it from Division 3 to Division 1, and has now come full circle back to the 3rd Division after an unfortunate season. However, in the off-season, he showed us he's still got it by making it to the semifinals. Good luck this season to Zeroga21. After taking 6 seasons away, this coach rejoining in Season 12 felt like spotting an animal that was long believed to have gone extinct. Many Smurf allegations were made early in the season, but he did appear to run out of steam later on, so maybe he can pick up from where he started last time. Welcome back to Silver. Up next is the one and only Goon, who's jumped ship and embraced his love for ball within the NBA. He's one of the most notable personalities in the PWC with an awful Instagram account. He won the Division 4 championship in his debut, but has since had the debuff of getting employed. Skull emoji. Welcome back to Golden Mazda. We'll see if he can overcome it this time. Now, this youngster from India came in with little draft experience but made quick progress, which made him a legitimate threat towards the end of last season. He might become the division's dark horse really quickly if he keeps improving at this rate. Welcome back to Max 101. Hailing from Venezuela, his repeated solid performances means that Venezuela is actually leading the nation standings when it comes to average win rate. He'll have to be the pride of his nation yet again with another solid run at his first chip. Welcome back to Greg Sillo. Now on his 3rd run in the Division 3 of the PWC, he made round 1 for the first time while just barely getting eliminated before finals in his 2nd attempt. Hopefully the 3rd time is the charm for Savage Raccoon 8.
Attention PWC, this next coach is the absolute GOAT. Hailing from the Nahaima Battle Academy and donning the NBA Badge of Honor, please welcome Leezy Peasy to the fray. Lay one on me, sweet cheeks.
Okay, sorry. Now, back to your regularly scheduled Sky Strike reveals. This coach is on his 4th run and has become another PWC mainstay. He's yet to have a bad season here, but got pushed out of Division 2 through the insane Season 12 power creep. Now Mimico is looking to make his way back up there. Welcome back. This next coach was the very first applicant of Season 13 and has been around for a good while. He's had it all, a meteoric rise into Division 2 with a good run there, into crashing and burning the next season. After regrouping in Division 3 and having a good comeback run, Banny 2005 is definitely one to watch if he's in the zone. Welcome back. Speaking of meteoric rises, For the Legion has had a stellar debut in Division 2 with a 7-1 regular season, but unfortunately falling short in the finals. Another victim of Season 12 power creep, he was denied a spot in Division 1 last season and subsequently had a really bad season in Division 2, which now has him demoted to Division 3. Good luck and have fun to For the Legion. Unfortunately, we're now nearing the end of the Skystrike division with just 2 reveals left. Sad face. But they say to save the best for last. And second last. So, sadly, this coach has yet to have a standout run so far, despite many sporadic appearances in the PWC dating back all the way to Season 5. However, has been a known quantity in many PWC-friendly leagues, so we still believe he can hold his own here with all the others. Welcome back to Sherry. And sorry, I don't make the rules. PWC admins have declared the best coach of the division is Bummer. He's the legendary artist who designed the PWC server logo and is a player who shifted divisions quite a lot since Season 10. He did make it to an off-season finals, so you can never count him out when he finds his flow. Welcome back, Bummer. And I'm sorry to say, but that wraps up your Season 13 Skystrike division reveals. Now I'll send it over to Drightwake, who will cover your less cool Twinkle division. Good luck, gamers. Naima out.
That's enough about the Skystrike division. Now let's get on to a little more of a masculine flair division, the Twinkle division. And presenting this division is your favorite person to ping, me, at Drightwake. First coach is Jelson Enjoyer, hailing from Grassadia division. Jelly's start to last season was biblical in nature, only losing 3 Mons in their first 3 games. Jelly's also known as the Mock Goat due to them offering more mocks last season than atoms in the universe. Next coach is Amish Drip, who, funny enough, isn't Amish, but the drip accusation is still being investigated by the team. Amish also has goated taste in sporting teams, with their logo being based on the Washington Capitals, who's a personal favorite. Currently, Amish is fighting in the finals of the DDL. Let's see if they can transfer their success there to over here. Next coach is Phantom 31415, because Phantom 31414 was already taken. Last season, Phantom was one of the largest Cartana defenders. When they saw that Cartana was only 15 points, they decided to go 23-3 with it. Unfortunately for Twinkle Division, Cartana is still 15 points, so more Mons must die until this injustice is fixed. Next up is Stormtide, who's an NBA goon whose play can best be described as quirked up with the sauce. Last season they applied to the PWC with the replay containing cast form and 4 different weathers. Stormtide's creativity knows no bounds. In the NBA currently, they're showing off their leadership skill by delegating their drafting and team building to other people. This season we'll see if his creativity is a blessing or a curse. Following that is Swagachu, who was in the Azure division last season. Swagachu is an OU player by trade, but their building prowess should not be underestimated, as they have shown some creative sets, including but not limited to an Infamous Mega Manetric set made to kill Land OT, Destiny Bond Swalot, and Worry Seed Swadloon. Dead Pants is our next Twinkle Division contender. Dead Pants had the most legendary off-season run of all time, when he won the Season 12 off-season by beating Camel himself with a steel chair in the finals. He has unfortunately not been able to replicate this success in regular season, but maybe this time. We now move on to Cinderace 26, who got subbed into our Azure division about halfway through the season. They created DDL, also known as the Dunsparce Draft League, a goated team draft league which a bunch of PWC played in. This will be their first full season, and we'll see how they perform when they have the reins from the start. Following that up is Belial James, not to be confused with LeBron James, who I presume may be their brother. In their debut in Season 11, Division 3, they were unable to make playoffs. However, after a season-long training arc, they may be able to make waves in Twinkle. The next coach is Void. They came into the league as an inexperienced player, but learned quickly and peaked with the Division 3 championship in Season 8. Their finals win was a 6-0, which only lasted 7 turns, which is to this day still the fastest win in PWC history. I look forward to seeing if they can repeat their success this season, maybe even improving on it and getting a 6-turn win. With all these young whippersnappers running around the league, we need an old veteran to keep them in line. That's where DTN_98 comes in. New theories say that dinosaurs might have gone extinct when he missed a Dracometer in his first PWC match in Season 1. He's been around a while, dropped out of Div 1 twice in a row, but then, when he was dropped at Div 2, he just said, nah, I'd win, and won the whole thing. The next coach is the Mr. Grimes. He's one of the funniest people on the server, as you can probably tell from his Div 1 voiceover. Grimes was relegated to bottom division for a while until he switched to Wi-Fi last season and took out wins off of the likes of Abyssarray, the Final Gambit Shninja, Pup, and even only losing to Div 1 coach Camel by a single Mon. We'll see if this Wi-Fi success translates back to Showdown. Next up, from the league that Grimes runs, Prince Aiden. He made his debut this offseason, and he made a lasting impression that makes us want to see more of him. The next coach is Hai. Hai is one of the Spaniards that invaded last season. and finished number 2 in Grassadia last season and only lost to the would-be winner, Major Comeback. Hai is one of the kindest people I've met. However, they did admit in DMs that they also kick puppies for fun. The 14th coach is Froggerman225. They had a 2-season stint in the PWC a few years back, and then they gradually improved. But it's been 3 seasons since they've been here. We'll see if they've learned a lot or if they lost that skill. Number 15, Bradosaurus. The last thing you'd want in your division is a well-rounded player, but that's just what Twinkle Division got. Brad is a newcomer to the league who's shown some enthusiasm, and the replays make us believe they could be a good fit. Welcome to the madness. Last but not least is Kawaii Potato. That's Kawaii with 4 eyes. That's pretty close to being too many eyes. Kawaii's debut in the PWC was within the infamous Polito Shark Division 4 that became known as Smurfville. Early into that season, Kawaii was looking like one of the Smurfs, but ran out of steam later. We'll see if they can channel their inner Smurf again, or if the number of eyes will prove to be their downfall. That's it for the Twinkle Division, and I wish you all the best of luck. And remember, if you're in trouble, just remember, @DrightWake. I will now pass it on to Gil from Hit Emote Business Gil to do the next division.
I am back! What it do, baby? My name is Gil. I am a longtime veteran of the Pokémon World Circuit, and I am honored to be announcing coaches for Season 13 of the PWC. The Doom Division marks the first ever time the PWC has had a 5th tier skill-based division. We've only ever had 4 in the past. Though we do also have 2 further divisions alongside the 5 skill-based ones, they are comprised entirely of newcomers and are effectively untiered. But enough of me yapping, let's get on with the reveals. Starting off, we have Fox Hunter 350, a veteran of the PWC. He happens to be Blindfang's brother, another PWC veteran. And both of them happen to be British. Brexit means Brexit, innit? His history in the PWC, he's done respectably. He has made playoffs in 2 of the 3 seasons he's played, once in Division 3 and once in Division 4 last season. He also went crazy in the DDL, where he beat some top division players in that league. But PWC is a whole other animal, isn't it? So we'll see how Fox does in this season. Our next coach is a legend of the PWC, having played all the way back since Season 4. We have Time Vault, a man iconic for losing his Ferrothord within 5 turns to random fire move, despite having a rain team every single game. But he's been a consistent lower division coach in the league, and has always been a very reliable coach at that. Maybe this season will be his breakout season. Up next, we have the Talon Anderson, who is iconic for having partaken in the only ever match that was overturned twice for different rule breaks, which was his debut PWC match against the iconic JJ Games. Talon has played in the 4th division in his entire PWC career, and has yet to make a playoff appearance, but who knows, maybe in the brand new Division 5, this could be his year to finally make playoffs. Up next, we have Hot Rod Toaster, who made his debut in our lower newcomer division, where he didn't have a great year, and he is also the 2nd ever PWC player to be from Hungary. At least I hope he's the 2nd. He better not be like the 7th or something. He is from Hungary, like the legend Attila. Up next, we have a newcomer to the PWC, Timmy, who is the FFA GOAT, according to Grimes, and if Grimes said it, then, well, it can't be wrong, surely. So, I'm excited to see how the FFA experience translates to draft. Our next coach is Bread Enthusiast. He must be a big fan of Bread Pudding Official. He did well in Division 4 last season, made playoffs, reached the quarterfinals, which is a pretty respectable result, all things considered. I mean, making playoffs is always respectable. Hoping for a repeat playoff appearance this season. Our next coach is Sadie90, who is a known Blastoise enjoyer. She played in one of the pile untiered divisions last season. Didn't do so great, but this season, hoping for a better result. I mean, just click Shell Smash Blastoise 11 times and you win the season. Can't be that hard. Our next coach is Backpack Boy, who has had a bit of a shaky history. His debut season in the PWC was pretty good. In Division 4, drafted Dragapult and Iron Valiant, and then made finals. And then the next season, back in Division 4, finished bottom of the league, which is not ideal. Hoping for a repeat of Season 11 rather than Season 12 this time around. Our next coach is Sceptorbird. Actually, I think it's Skeptorbird. It's a hard C. So, Skeptorbird, who has made 2 playoff appearances in the past 2 seasons, but has exited round 1 both times. So, hoping to go a little farther this season. Our next coach is Wolfpack for Life, who, funnily enough, dropped from his own league while he was quote-unquote running it. I say quote-unquote because Camel was doing all the work, but honestly, based as hell, brother. Has made 2 quarterfinal appearances in Division 4 in his 2 PWC seasons. Hoping to go farther this season, make a semifinal or a final appearance. Our next coach, another PWC newcomer, is TBL, who is French. And funnily enough about France, of every country that has played in the PWC, France is the only country with a 0% win rate. They are 0-2 out of 2 games. A French player played in Season 4, Division 1, and lost 2 games and dropped. Hopefully this one doesn't drop after 2 games, and who knows, if you play 8 games, surely you win 1, right? I mean, come on. Surely France isn't going to go 0-10 in PWC. Although it would be really funny, because who likes France? Up next we have another PWC newcomer. Well, Draft League PWC newcomer, Pouring Zero, who has been a gym leader for quite a while in the PWC Gym Challenge, but is going into draft for the very first time this season. So, very excited to see how they perform. Another newcomer up next, it's Scary Carrie, who has a bit of a reputation, but he did beat Camel in ETA, so that has to count for something, because Camel's pretty good. Although, even I beat Camel. It can't be that impressive, honestly. Our next coach is a legend, a king of kings, Attila, a man who thought Ariana Grande was a font, a man who got arrested after shitting in a parking house. Literally 1984. Need I say more? He's just the GOAT. He has made a few playoff appearances in the lower divisions, and maybe this year he will finally earn a title for Hungary. Although he will have to compete with his fellow countryman, Hot Road Toaster, for that honor. Up next, we have Vortex0152, who played in the off-season for this season, where they did make it out of pools before dropping the first round of bracket. But hey, they did kick Mazda out of pools, so you love to see it, don't you? And last, but certainly not least, Delphin Squared is our final coach for the Doom division, who has made some sporadic appearances throughout the years in the PWC, and was once upon a time the only coach from Singapore before the ASEAN invasion in Season 12. So, looking to make it big, and we'll see how it goes. So those are the coaches for the Doom division. I'll be passing on the mic to the next person who will be announcing the next division.
Hello there, Urbinian. I'm Bobby, and here today to introduce the first of the newcomer divisions for the PWC Season 13, Inferno Division. As an alumni of the previous Season 12 pile, I'm happy to be the one welcoming this new batch of exciting coaches. Let's call them below for now, shall we? Without further ado, here are the Inferno Division coaches. Up first, we have Jake W., a veteran coach who claims to have participated in over 100 draft league seasons during the last 5 years. They have already played in our last off-season, so we're looking forward to see how far can their experience take them here. Next up, we have Dripping Sauce, another veteran of 3 years, who wanted to mention he has a very good record against Pile alumni. Dreadquake, sadly, won't be playing each other this season, but still, good luck in the club. A heavy hitter joins us, Eliminathan, who is a part of the PGP roster for the CMM, which I don't know that league, but and a veteran who has been around since Gen 8 and has made playoffs in every season he has competed. Now we have Ager, another season veteran who tried to sneak into bottom division by claiming to be rusty and washed. But oh buddy, we know you're in the PGP roster for the CDC. You're not sleeping by the channel watch, my friend. So welcome to Top Club. Next up is Mr. Monkey, not much of a known player, but his results and replays speak for him. 3 finals in just a year playing draft, and a very convincingly strong player. Good luck! And finally, we have someone relatively new to draft. Lilia official joins Top Blob after showing weight replays where she looks like a strong player, and a member of the Lilia Invasion. There's so many of them now, there's gonna be like one Lilia in every division. Now we have Kaneki, a very highly rated OU player who dwells in the elite OU player base, participated in big tournaments and all that jazz. We have to see how his skills translate to draft, definitely a player to be wary of. Okay, so I have very limited information about this player. Kiebo, welcome to Top Club. Channel seems to be in love with you and your team building, so it's up to you to decide if you are either aiming for winning the league or marriage, or both. I mean, I don't know, you can get both. Following up is Ikta Solork, someone who played last season but didn't make the cut. Of course, had to be in this time now, very solid player, as we have seen. Good luck in here. This next player had a lot of confidence. Matrix came in requesting to be directly in top division as a veteran of 5 years with 3 championships and a total of 8 finals appearances under his belt. I mean, I can see why he wanted to go to top division directly, but we first have to see you in newcomer division to prove yourself. So just win it all. Oh, I love what I see here. Dr. Mario 64 is a very known player for those of us that follow college draft league. He ran it himself for years in fact, and has found max success there. Also have to mention he taught around Dreadquake everything he knows, which I don't know how much it speaks for itself, but he did. Speaking of Dreadquake, this player came in the offseason and outright beat him and came out. Blob is still in semifinals, looking to win offseason, already a PWC legend in the making, and now trying to make more waves in the main circuit. Up next we have J Fane 5-on-3, who despite being a relatively new player, has already won 3 of the 9 leagues they have been in. A certain mod has pointed out their favoritism towards this user because they post Quagsire gifts. Worth noting, I think. Now this is the one player from Nephew League, DDL. Welcome Armudi to the PWC, very active and articulate player who seems very strong from replays he sent. Sadly, he's British, so sorry about that. Next we have Loopy, and looking from what I've been sent, I don't have much information, just that he jabbed a lot in his application and saw the mods sent him here. I don't know if it's because it's good or as a punishment, but either way, good luck, Loopy. And to close it out, oh my god, is this a fellow Gliscor fan? Poison Healing is the name, joining Inferno Division as a veteran draft player who is in the PGP roster for the RRSHDL, that's a long ass name. She has also gone undefeated several times in different leagues, so looking mighty strong. And that's everyone who will be starting Season 13 in the Inferno Division. I welcome you to the PWC and hopefully you have fun here. This division is looking really strong, so the competition will be fierce. Next up is my boyfriend He, introducing bottom block. See ya!
Thanks, Bobby, for your great presentation. And hi, it's me, hi, and I will be the one who will present to you, my lovely people, the coaches of the Blitz division. Cheers, please! And ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the coaches. With the number 1, we have Naomi or Naomi, Lilia's friend who is still new to draft, but has some competitive experience in other formats on her hands. People, even if she is Lilia's friend, let's be kind with her, because we only need to hate Lilia, please. That's very important. Let's see what she can do in this new division, and let's hope for her best. The next one is X_Sidomia_X. Someone who can impress the great DW, the great Drydwake, deserve all of our attention. So let's see what the coach with a year of draft league experience can do in the new Blitz division. Welcome, cutie. The next coach is Cobra Poison. Used to play draft years ago and now is coming back after a long hiatus. I need you to know in this point of the script, Kranel put some Arbok choke, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry, I have to leave it. Okay, let's go with the fourth coach. In this time we have SSJ Silver 650, a coach who after winning his off-season pool with a solid 2-1 record and even made it through the first round of bracket before being eliminated by Camel, a goat himself. It's now his time to show the world his true potential in this new division. I just want to say, Shosha 07. Next one, the fifth coach will be no other than Fernaki256, a player who at first submitted a subpar replay, but after that he showed some activity in the server and sent some replays in the DMs as well. That activity and that new replays made the people behind the curtain of PWC believe that he will be a really good fit with the newcomers. So I just want to say welcome and let's have a great time. Okay, let's keep it up, and the next coach it's once again David Olivo, Davidor 15, and I just want to say Boca, mi buen amigo, esta mañana volveremos a estar contigo. Okay, now being more serious, we don't really know much else about him, but he is Tommy's friend, and he is Tommy's friend. He is a cool guy. Welcome, welcome. Te alentaremos de corazón. Number 7, and we have no other than Varsovias que no olvido un besito Santos Aveiro el Cholo. In other words, Baro CG. In the words of... I'm not reading this, Tranel. He's a good player. He played the last season, the last 3 games. He didn't have the best record, but he's here to prove himself as one of the top players of this division. Let's see what the Cantabrian Wizard will do, and if he this time could have a better score and end doing great things, as Racing the Santander tried in 2nd division. Next coach, people, and the 8th coach will be Moonman Banff. We had a Lilia friend, we had a Tommy friend, now it's time for a Drydwake friend, who is still pretty inexperienced, but he might be a quick learner. Let's find out. I just want to say welcome, little oomph, let's have a great time, and just remember to put Drydwake in every comment as soon as you can. Thanks so much, and let's go! Yeah, until that point we just talked about people with few experience, people who is just trying this draft style. Okay, now we have Blue Fusion 321, and yeah, he's playing draft since September of 2023, and he has played in some of the biggest leagues in the world already. Yeah, just with his replay, he's probably one of the strong contenders for the title. So just want to say welcome, let's have fun, and let's see in the end if this will end as a blue domination. Okay, so now it's time for the 10th coach, and we are talking about the 4th mage, relatively inexperienced coach who applied with some mix and mega replays, but he has shown good activity in the server, which we love to see. So we obviously are more than happy to have him. Good luck, let's have fun. and let's draft some mage, I suppose. Don't betray us, right? Right? There's actually any Pokemon who is a mage and a Kazan? I don't know, to be honest. Okay, once again we are talking about one of the big deals of this division, because we have Foot, a player who has played around 10 seasons of draft already and made playoffs most of the times. Also submitted some solid replays, so ladies and gentlemen, here's another good contender for the title. So if you end up losing in the first round of playoffs, you will disappoint us all. I'm joking. Just have fun. Yeah, I know it perfectly. I know I have to be a neutral narrator with all the coaches. But people, listen to me please. I have in front of my eyes the Cyan Yoshi, a player with this name and a player who sent a replay playing against T-Punch Alakazam. You need to understand my situation. I now have a favorite coach for the Blitz division, and it's no other than our 12th coach, the Cyan Yoshi. The Cyan Yoshi. I don't know, Cyan in Spanish, cojone. Welcome, let's have a great time, and welcome to the league, buddy. It's now time for one of the players we know less about. We know his name is Zombie Kidney 321, but that's all we can say. His replays are decent. That's his name, Zombie Kidney 321. He may be a zombie, he maybe is kind, he's maybe a number between the 3 and the 1. But yeah, let's see what he can do, what's his level, and let's hope for the best for him in the new Blitz division. Good luck, buddy. Okay, I talked to coaches before about my favorite coach of the league. It's now time to talk about my less favorite coach of the league. We have now Jet Swarlington, and I don't have nothing against him. He's been playing draft players since 2018, and he's currently coming back from a long hiatus. But in this little presentation I have, it says he hates Donphan. What do you mean you hate Donphan? If you hate Donphan, you have a problem with me. If you hate Donphan, I'm trying to hand you. I will end your life, and I will... Okay, for the 15th place in this league, we have found Ninja Star Emoji. Ninja has been following draft for a long time, but is now playing for the first time ever. He has a lot of experience in other areas of competitive, so we'll see how it translates. If I be honest, if he has a lot of competitive experience and he has been following Draft League actively, I will say Ninja is another of the great contenders for winning this division. So I trust you, I am in your ship, I trust you and your team. Do it for me, please. And ladies and gentlemen, we are ending this list, we are ending this division with Nachis 1225. Ole, the Spanish pronunciation of Chu, it's great. We round it over with an older friend of Dright, who also has some experience in other forms of competitive. And just a warning to all the people in this division, 2 keywords: experience the right way. Be careful with this coach, people. Here's the big deal. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have now our 16th coach of this division. I just want to say thank you, Tranel, for giving me this opportunity. Sorry to all of you people for my English pronunciation. Sorry if this part of the release is a bit worse than the others. I tried my best and I love you all. So that's all on my side. It's now time of Shadow Galate, who we will doing the Sunraze division. Good luck with you guys, you will need it.
Well, what do we have here? Another season of Wi-Fi, that is what we have. Hello, my name is Shadow Galate, and welcome to the Sunraze division. You know the drill, it's like PWC, but on Wi-Fi. Same rule set, only different Pokedex. Now then, who is going to be playing? I bet it's gonna be someone great, you know? A real veteran and... Oh, it's this guy. That's not my first pick. Anywho, what do I have planned for this season? Something stupid. For those of you who are new, I tend to do stupid stuff for the sake of content, and I think this will be the dumbest thing I ever do if I pull this off. Anywho, on to the actual coaches who will win. Pup, a longtime friend of the PWC Wi-Fi scene, and a veteran of other leagues like the BBR and PPL. The only question is he breaking the curse of only getting as far as semis? He made semis twice before, and then quarters several times before. Always a strong contender, but never quite winning. Let's see if he can break that curse. Next up, the Road Instinct, a veteran from Season 6, and an absolute clutch in securing our previous win in PGP. Absolute staple of the league, so you already know I had to bring this man back in. Next up, the Silver Hawk Shiny. Is the Hawk shiny because it's silver, or is the Silver Hawk what he's hunting? Or if it's shiny because it's silver, or is it silver because it's shiny? Wait, what was it doing here again? Oh yeah, I was editing the coaches. Alright, let's see, who do we have here? Firemaster! Yeah, right! A veteran even older than Ronan, all the way from Season 4. Yet, I'm gonna be that guy. During my time hosting Wi-Fi, I have not seen him draft a Fire-type signature. If he is the master, he must prove it, otherwise I will demand you change your name to... something. I didn't think this bit through very well. Anywho, next up is someone scary. Someone very spooky, scary skeletons indeed. An absolute Sigma male who applied for the high division with no replays. You already know, we had to let that energy in. Absolute Sigma male grind set. Next up, Quick Dart. They only had one video on their channel, but it had 69 views, so by default, they're funnier than half my videos on this league. Welcome aboard. Next up, Icy Dude. And, you know, okay, I've been called a YouTube whore by the other mods. Good call from them. They're right. I am not beating the allegations. Enjoy your free shitpost material when we fight to the death. Next up, Not Silver. This guy is not silver. I don't know what he is. It just says he's not silver. So I guess his name is Phil. Your name is Phil! Apparently, Icy knows Phil as a threat, and with a record out of 5 of 7 playoff runs, it makes me believe it. A strong new contender overall. Next up... Guys, I'm tired. I have been promised the most heat ninja set in the world, but there is none. There is no passion! There is no vision! There is no direction! Let's just move on before I crash out and nuke the server out of frustrations for no final gambit Shedinja. Let's see, who is next? Here we go. Abyss Array! Waluigi is back! After a strong 6-2 run last season, it is clear he is not content with just a good run. For now, only time will tell if he will go the distance. Welcome back. Next up, a newcomer, Noah for the win. Supposedly returning to Wi-Fi after stopping during Gen 7, but also a veteran of leagues such as DPL. They are also base enough to send him on turn 1 and just immediately go for the setup. We love the hustle. I always gotta respect the hustle. Next up, Monsieur TGP. A newcomer here, but we have experience kicking each other's teeth in over in the IBL. Like and subscribe. And with any luck, we will settle the score here. Also, according to PPL, having an iron bundle means you are TJP. So, let's see what you do round 2. Next up, Stefan Ruse. It was actually a close call with some of the newcomers, but then he dropped a third message in chat while we were debating. So, moral of the story, be active in the server. It'll get you places. Next up, Pyrotech, another returning coach who started last season, this time hoping to join the playoff club after a less than successful run last season, but that just means the beginner's run is over. He has the experience, he has the sauce. He's gonna cook, I guarantee it. And finally, Rolder, a veteran of the SDA looking to spread their influence to our humble little corner of the draft community. The only question is, which league will reign supreme? And that'll do for the reveals. At least it would if this were Season 12. But we're not in Season 12, we're in Season 13, and there is something new, brand new, to show you guys today, but I can only say so much. Teresa, tag in for me, will ya?
Greetings, it is time for the reveal of the 9-man division, the VGC higher tier division in the PWC. Let's just go into it. First coach, been a demon in the showdown single division for quite a few seasons now, but allegedly also quite decent at VGC, so let's find out about that at the Scammer Convention! Second coach, has been playing draft for over 5 years, with the majority of his championships being in doubles actually, and over 10 league titles in VGC. Most recently, he's been taking pride in making it to the finals with an Okie Dokie team. Also been playing in PWC Wi-Fi division once a couple seasons back with unremarkable results, but that doesn't matter because it's dead! A newcomer who's running her own VGC league. People keep making menacing hints about how terrible she is at VGC. Yeah, I'm kind of scared of that. I'm kind of scared of this new person coming back. Played a ton of leagues already with generally good success. Big achievements including a PPA championship and NBC, UPA and LDL finals. That's quite a few leagues. Shout out to Bullet Bang! Now the next one, been playing in a lot of big leagues already and has allegedly never finished below top 8. He also documents his runs on YouTube, so we look forward to seeing those. It's Dan Chunk 7! Relatively new to draft still, but with generally very high success rate in VGC. They have never finished below semifinals in any league they've played, so we'll see if that's true with the solid competition here in Sahara. Newcomer with a little more than a year of draft experience, who has already won several leagues in his relatively short time in draft. Quite the achievement. Bowler. Been playing VGC draft for more than 5 years and has won 7 leagues total time. He self-describes as loving to use annoying strategies, so he will surely fit right in with the rest of us. It is Mario EFG12. Next, the greatest person to ever play draft, insane skills on the battlefield, also a wordsmith on YouTube. Just check out his channel. It's an extremely fat, ugly, annoying guy. His name is Deliso. Who the hell is that? Next up, a PWC mainstay and former admin who has been to many VGC events with his buddy London Sting over the years. We look forward to see what he can do in the main format. Spooks. He has decent VGC experience already and has made semi-finals in WBG, BW, VGC division. That was quite a mouthful. He also recently won a league as a replacement coach and has generally made playoffs more often than not in his time in draft as a mere wizard. Okay, this one is funny though. He's been playing VGC draft for 4 years, made it to finals 9 times, and has lost every single one of those. L. I was given a script, okay? I love you, Cavs. Cavs! He's done a lot of VGC draft in Gen 7 and 8, and is only recently getting back into it in Gen 9. He's one of the now 5 people playing on the server who are named Silver in one way or another. And most of the Silvers tend to do well, so they must just be insane at the game. It's a silver thing. But this silver is called Sub-Silver. Bro, this description is so damn long. He's been playing drafts in Gen 7 and won a lot of leagues in his time, so keep it brief. His whole team was named after a Marie, which is, as the kids say, based. But you know what's more based? It's Andre.Orlam. VGC in 2023 made top 32 in a regional recently and has won 5 out of 7 local tournaments and also sits in top 300 on the VGC ladder. Zakelo. I'm gonna flex, I'm also around there. Doesn't have a lot of experience in his own words, but he has won 3 championships already and is also currently on the CDC team for PGP 400. We'll see how they fit in. Squeaks! Well, that's all 16 coaches. Time for the Blitz division. That's what it's called, right?
Hello, this is your 44th President of the United States of America, Barack Obama. It's my great honor to be presenting your coach reveals for the lower tier VGC division, the Clangorous division. So let's get straight to it. As the service premier Storm Chaser, Thunder Tinker is the only Pokemon coach to never miss a hurricane. After winning a championship in the Showdown division in the past, we're excited to see how he does in VGC this time around. Next up is LaserShot82. After making his debut as a replacement coach in our newcomer pile last season, he's shown his true potential in the offseason, where his run took him all the way to semifinals as at the time of this recording. Our third coach is Loke, returning after a very solid debut in our Season 11 Wi-Fi division. He made it to quarterfinals and got eliminated in a really close match against Trenell, where he was only one dual wing beat miss away from making it to semis. Number 4 in this division is Nobody 777, a newcomer from last season's Grisadia division. He came up just short of playoffs in a really evenly matched division, so he'll be looking to turn his luck around in VGC. Up next, we have Coach Nam, who is currently playing in as many leagues as the PWC has seasons. Hopefully he can manage one more, as we are really excited to see what he's learned in all these other leagues. The next coach will be no stranger to Nam, as it is his friend Gukmuk. They filled out the application form together and somehow gave a double app for Nam. But luckily, we've been able to clear that up and are excited to see them go up against each other. One of the most active newcomers to the server this season is How to Z. We've gotten more than one questionable image post in general chat, so we're more than happy to occupy them with their draft ASAP. Hailing from the Season 13 off-season is Ali Prairie. If you have ever seen him post in this server, you will certainly remember him for his distinct personality, so we are happy to welcome another colorful Attitude to our league this season. Next up is another newcomer to the league who has shown activity and enthusiasm in the server, so we hope Hundo_Hunter24 will keep up the good energy throughout the season and wish him the best of luck for his debut run.
Enough of Barack Hussein Obama for now, because up next we have a true patriot, Plessio Lord. From his activity in the server, we can already tell that he is an absolutely stable genius, and hope he will have time to make his draft picks in between rallies. MAGA.
Well, excuse me, Donald, but up next we are talking NBA again, which is more my thing. We welcome back Skygops after his solid off-season run that ended in quarterfinals. He is allegedly new to VGC, but we think his fundamentals will surely be enough for him to keep up. Best of luck.
Fine, Barack Hussein, but you're not doing this one because he is overly French. You know he'd probably invite him in and put him on Social Security, considering what he did to our southern border for 8 years. Anyways, overly French. Keep in mind the forfeit button is the X on the top right. Now next up is me. I'll be joining the season under my Discord alias, Orange2261. I bet you didn't expect that, did you? People say I have real talent for this game. Some of my numbers are the best you'll ever see, actually. You wouldn't see crooked Joe Biden make plays like this, believe me.
Now hold up, what's that thing with the thing? Now listen, if Donald is joining this, then you can be sure I will too. And I'm not going to be ghosted by Barack like I was during my presidency for 4 years. I can play a perfectly fine trick room team on my own. You'll see.
Yes, it's enough for you, Joe. Time to get some rest now. Next up we have Red_SSB, who is playing VGC leagues every few months and recently went 5 wins, 3 losses in the Atlanta regionals, which is not that far from Mar-a-Lago, actually, so make sure to stop by next time.
All right, enough of this clown show. I'll close it off with our last coach, which is Daredevil Mason. He doesn't have much experience in draft yet, and we know from his activity in the server that he is an Edo fan, whoever that is. I really can with the kids these days. I got to get out of here. Goodbye.
And this concludes the coach reveals for Season 13 of the PWC. Congrats to everyone who made it in, and I'm so sorry to those who we could not give a spot to. To those people, I want to say you are more than welcome to stick around in the server as potential replacement coaches if you are interested in that. We are definitely going to need replacements throughout the season. And even if you don't want to replace, you might as well follow along with the season if you are interested and apply again for next season. If we recognize repeated applicants, we will definitely be much more likely to admit you next time, as we have done with several coaches this season as well. And yeah, to those who got admitted, I wish you guys happy drafting and hope we're gonna see some good games this season. The draft is gonna start exactly 24 hours from now, tomorrow, Saturday, at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, hope to see many of you around, and I'm definitely gonna be following it closely. And yeah, with that, I'm gonna check out. See you guys during the season. Bye.